Howdy nerds! Another day here at Gonro Games. We're going to open up some boxes and talk shop. I want to address some of the things that have been going on the internet right now because I think there's a lot of misinformation and clickbait. And it's funny when I am known as the negative Nancy and the sky is falling doomer, and especially when it comes to Wizards of the Coast. And you got to give credit where credit's due. I saw some videos that were talking about the Q3 earnings from Wizards of the Coast, so I thought I'd go check it out myself. And it absolutely is not doom and gloom like some of these videos have suggested if they actually read the fine print of where the money is coming from for Hasbro and for Wizards of the Coast. So the TLDR is Wizards of the Coast is down, so is Hasbro year to year. The main takeaway, though, is they didn't have a big digital release. Wizards of the Coast did not have a big digital release. They're down in things like D&D. They're down in things in Baldur's Gate. But Magic the Gathering, and especially online and Arena, are up, which is actually very, very surprising because if I was a betting man, I would have thought that revenue would have been way down, even though we are in a hot market, because this market is very misleading. Because last year, they really squeezed the watermelon for every bit of juice of what they could with Commander Masters, with Lord of the Rings. Just think of how much money was spent chasing the One Ring and chasing all these other specialty sets that they threw all the caution to the wind and just went print, 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 print. And I thought that even though from the money that I'm seeing moving into the secondary market, I thought for sure that Wizards of the Coast was going to be in trouble because there has been so much money that has gone into buying up older product that is no longer, I guess the revenue stream still does, like all roads do lead to Rome. So if you still are buying from distributors, still buying off of the secondary market, some of that money still, of course, will then be freed up to buy from Wizards of the Coast. But a lot of the money in the Q2, Q3 of this year has been spent on buying older products that were at the kind of the secondary market level, had already been purchased and have been, rotten away at distribution level, because now when you compare, we had a few lackluster sets in a row like Outlaws of Thunder Junction and Murders of Karlov Manor, but the spending did not slow down. And that's, I guess, the takeaway from Magic the Gathering is we are still in a very, very robust market. As I've stated in some other videos, the 3 Cs are doing really well with the demographics for Magic, which are the Commander players, the competitive players, and the casual players. All of them are just going ham on purchasing Magic the Gathering. And I was very surprised at every time I checked distribution for products. So the story of kind of this era of product that's been building up here from the past couple of years is I could get anything from distributors as far as pre-release packs, bundles, play boosters, set boosters, draft boosters. From the past like 4 years, distributors were still stocked up all the way from Midnight Hunt. This is what I consider the overprinting era. From Midnight Hunt all the way to Murders of Karlov Manor, you could find anything from collector boosters to bundles to pre-release kits. And that wasn't the case if you go back years before. Pre-release kits and bundles were things that would sell out pretty quickly and weren't available. So I'm not talking about secondary market prices. I'm talking about availability through distribution. They weren't available to buy from distributors. So Wizards of the Coast tries to keep it was set boosters and draft boosters, but now it's play boosters in stock for what they call their print run, their standard life. So they will be eligible for reprints and restocks when they're still seeing play in standard. And then if you have Universes Beyond or things like Modern Masters or Modern Horizons, they typically have a 2 to 3 year window of when Wizards of the Coast is eligible to reprint them. Typically it's 2 years for most products. And so what we were seeing with these past few years is nothing was being reprinted because there was no reason to reprint them, and just the glut of products that was available at distribution was not changing month to month, week to week. You could still get all of the aforementioned products no problem from distribution. And as I've stated, I've been doing this for 10 years, and there have been a couple of markets that have been pretty lulls, but we have not seen the glut of products that have been at the distribution like we have seen for the last couple years. And that was on top of Wizards of the Coast reporting record sales. And so that was kind of the big warning sign. It's like, okay, if Wizards of the Coast is doing so well, then why is there still so much product available on the Amazon dumps, on the secondary market, at distribution? And it was because of the basically throw all caution to the wind policy of the Cynthia Williams era, that they were just going to print, and let's just see what the market does, because we are unstoppable. We are Wizards of the Coast. We are Magic the Gathering. And I am so surprised that it didn't lead to an absolute crash in the market. But you got to give the design team credit where credit's due. They've had some pretty good draft formats in the past. They've had some good excitement from these sets that, you know, a lot of times I didn't know how well a horror set would do or a furry set would do, you know, those type of things. But obviously I'm not the target demographic anymore, and Wizards of the Coast has been a good job kind of identifying, you know, who these products appeal to, and they've done a great job at marketing and actually keeping these. This light's going to drive me nuts. You see it flickering back here. They've done a good job of keeping the interest in Magic players when it's able to basically make up for the sins of the overprinting era. So anyway, this is an exciting time for Magic the Gathering. I think it is very, very robust. Now, I've stated in some of my other videos that before we start saying this is the most wonderful thing ever, TCGs should have gone up 40% just to match inflation to begin with, and they haven't even come close to doing that. So we still are, in the scope of things, TCGs are cheaper than they were 3-4 years ago. If you were to compare them to other purchases, like your coffee, like your rent or utilities, you're actually paying less percentage towards the same amount of hobby as if you were to purchase these things 3 to 4 years. So that's still a warning sign, and as I stated before, there's still a glut of product too that needs to be eaten up on the secondary market, which I think that so far they're doing a good job, though. I'm very, very surprised that even things like draft boosters from March Machine era, from New Phyrexia, all of those are becoming very, very low supply. So if you are looking to get like set or draft boosters from anywhere from Innistrad Midnight Hunt all the way up to the things that are not eligible anymore for reprints, so that would be March of the Machines, I would get them now before they go out of stock at distribution level. Now again, we can talk about the conversation of how these will age long term. I don't want to get into the debate with the Pokemon players again, because Magic has been very stagnant as far as booster boxes are concerned for years and years and years. We saw a run during the pandemic on even things like Dominaria and War of the Spark, but those things have come back down. And so that's kind of nature of Wizards of the Coast. They have toned down the reprinting. I was very irked by, especially Mr. Booster having like 1,000 reprints in it. And, you know, they're still doing a lot of secret layers and things that I think in the scope of things are going to be a little bit unhealthy if they are looking to eat up a lot of that supply that's on the secondary market. And they do need to allow these sort of products to have the breathing room to be desired and purchased, because these things do affect the bottom line of Wizards of the Coast in the future. All products that exist from Magic the Gathering are going to compete with newer products. I mean, that's just the name of the game with a market as big as this one, is you can't just expect a new set to have all of the eyes when you have all of these products that people still have the ability to purchase. And as I stated, that was really, really, really getting scary for 4 years with distribution still having them in stock. But we have a lot of good news that actually came out of the Q3 earnings for Wizards of the Coast, and I'm not expecting Magic the Gathering to slow down anytime soon. Like I said, they've knocked it out of the park with many, many things that I thought that were that they were incapable of changing their behaviors. So making things like collectors, reducing the print run of those, reducing the print run of pre-release kits, bundles, all those things, allowing the market this breathing room, not just like throwing all of these runs at like maximum print, like make the printers just go crazy, and being more focused on exactly, you know, what is going to sell, how much you need to print. Wizards of the Coast has done a phenomenal job, I think, of hitting that perfect tightrope of enough supply but not crashing the market. So again, credit where credit's due. So let's just open up some things and see what's purchasing here. There are still a few sales. I'm expecting some more summer sales. We're way out of summer now. Kevin is already feeling it. I love my summer, and summer is gone. There still is some Christmas sales or Halloween sales that I'm expecting. A lot of things are moving though, like Dominaria Jumpstart booster boxes are gone now. Kamigawa collectors from the Omega packs are gone now. We're getting very low supply on some of the other products that had, like I said, glut of supply and distribution. So I'm thinking what mostly this is going to be. Let's just open some up, and again, I'll kind of talk about what I'm seeing in the market. So speaking of Pokemon, I can't go a video without ragging on Pokemon. If you haven't seen the 151 reprint, they are doing a full, it's going to be 12 packs in a kind of specialty product with 151, which is now over a year old. So it shows that Pokemon is not worried about, you know, printing into this. We've seen a lot of chatter in the kind of investment groups of Pokemon where, is this going to crash it? Is this going to kill it? Is it going to lead to everyone dumping all their product? Again, I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into Pokemon too much, but I just want to make everyone aware that 151 will have that quote-unquote reprinting with these, at least these collections, these premium collections that have 12 packs. And I would not be surprised if there was like a supplemental reprinting of like the bundles and a few other things, because I think that Pokemon is just going to milk this market, and possibly they should. Again, we can argue about. I think it's the same problem that Pokemon has. They really need to somehow make these Darkness Ablaze attractive. Like a lot of this product that is just going to rot for years. That is just, it can't continue. I think they're going through this sort of collectability. I wouldn't call it power level, like you see with Magic the Gathering, other games. They're going through this like collectability ramp where they're trying to increase the collectability of some of their cards from these later sets, which I think is I mean, it's a double-edged sword here. Of course, we'll get people more excited to collect their newer sets, which of course is going to see more of a return to them rather than like secondary market, which already has purchased their products. However, as I say with Magic, Pokemon needs to realize that their greatest competitor is products that still exist at the secondary market. If they want to sell newer sets, they need that older supply to be ripped through to where then it makes the newer stuff actually not have so much competition out there on the market. Anyway, so let's just open up some of these. I've talked enough here. Looks like this is going to be from, okay, this is probably going to be Star Wars Unlimited. Star Wars Unlimited is not going to be released for until, what, the 15th of November? So I don't know why. They need to be careful with this, because this is how things get early releases, they send this stuff out too early. But yeah, this is going to be, let's take a look at what it looks like with Star Wars. With Starloads. But again, this is stuff that is not going to be shipped until the 15th of November, around that time for Star Wars, a little bit after, I think, because this is actually going to be for our pre-release for Star Wars Unlimited. So this is kind of a weird line right now with Star Wars. It's still definitely, the sales data on TCG Player is very robust. Many boxes sell per day, cards sell per day. There seems to be a very, very healthy utility, collectability, all that stuff with Star Wars Unlimited. However, it is very worrisome that their second set is doing as poorly as it has. I think they overprinted it. The first set, though, is still doing incredibly well. I would assume there'd be a reprint on the first set because those cards need to make it in the ecosystem. I'm not sure what they'll do with the second set, but the third set now, Star Wars Unlimited, typically it's the third set, is the make or break set for a game. So we're gonna have to really, really follow this one closely to see how well it does. And if it's going to start showing warning signs of people basically getting bored of the game, that is a terrible, terrible sign. However, if you've played Star Wars Unlimited, the game does have legs. I actually like the mechanics, though. I think they've done a very good job of making a game that is different enough from the Magic the Gatherings and Lorcanas and Pokemons, and it still is engaging and interesting. And, you know, they've kind of done that kind of comic-y art, which is cool. They didn't try to go too realistic or futuristic, and I think people have really liked the Star Wars Unlimited. All right, so this is going to be more Star Wars Unlimited. What do they have else in here? So let's show some other stuff from here. Yeah, this is going to be all the Star Wars Unlimited. So this should have another release after this initial release, I would assume. There's sleeves and playmats in here, and these are kind of cool. So yeah, they got all full lines of stuff with like sleeves. The problem I have with these Star Wars Unlimited sleeves, they're just overpriced. I think that for what you get, like, I'd rather just go Dragon Shields and not have any art on my stuff. And of course, I'm not the target demographic where people want to, you know, bling out their stuff. But if you make a lower quality sleeve and charge more, like, at that point, why just buy Dragon Shields? Anyway, we have a bunch of this stuff. Again, this is not going to go out for a few weeks, so we'll have to throw it over here. As, man, this is all Star Wars Unlimited, Star Wars Unlimited, Star Wars Unlimited. What is in here? So this is going to be binders. Is that what I'm seeing? Who is this from? Okay. I'm not sure what this is in here. Oh, just some restocks of Magic the Gathering, so. Yep. Why did they ship it in this? Yikes. So we have Magic Gathering still going strong. I sell Lord of the Rings like crazy still. which again, as everyone has predicted, has gotten reprints after reprints, and Lord of the Rings is still probably eligible for another year. So I would be very, very careful making moves on Lord of the Rings long term. I still think you have plenty of time to buy into Lord of the Rings because it's got, the draft boosters are out though now. Now draft booster needs a reprint. So let's see if they actually make draft boosters, because I've noticed that that's something that I'm having a tough time getting from distributors, is the draft boosters. So I think we have answered the age-old question of which one is going to age better, set boosters versus draft boosters. Set boosters are aging better. Who knows, 5 to 10 years down the road, as people draft and the draft boxes get eaten up by people actually wanting to draft. However, what they did with set boosters, they just made the value so much better. The draft boosters were just an inferior product. And so I think everyone's been trained to spend the extra money on set boosters because you get more bang for your buck. And I'm glad that they went away from set boosters and draft boosters and just made play boosters, because it's just, yeah, it was a debacle by making two products that similar. Of course, there's going to be a winner and a loser. So yeah, speaking of which, this is another one that I wouldn't wait on, is Jumpstart 2022. I think this product will be one of the next ones to be gobbled up at distribution level. Haven't had a lot of orders for it, but the value of Jumpstart's actually pretty good with the expected value. And yeah, eventually there will be some cards that go up and will make that EV pass. And then, of course, people will make moves on it. So if you are looking for Jumpstart, I would not wait for Jumpstart 2022. I believe you can still get Jumpstart 2020 as well. Anyway, and Foundations has a Jumpstart that should actually be a Jumpstart. Alrighty, so let's see what's in this box, and we'll kind of call it good here. Is this going to be more? Nope, this is not going to be. What's this one? This one seems pretty neat. Is this going to be a? Nope, this is going to be, I'm sure, some sort of promotional kit for, oh, that's kind of cool. So, yep, we got a little promotional kit for Pokemon. So, oh, Surging Sparks, greeting Pokemon trading card retailers. This has a Pikachu on one side. It's a hanging hardware kit thing. So we'll have to actually, I'll have Zach actually post this up in the next video. We'll show this Pokemon. So it's little ornaments, so tree ornaments. So, hey guys, if you're our patron, let me know if you want me to send you with your next order, I can send you a Pikachu ornament. We'll give them here, of course, out here. So it looks like they hold a card. So you can actually put this on your Christmas tree. Is that going to be the new trend? Is people are going to put graded Pokemon cards on their Christmas tree and decorate their Christmas tree with Pokemon? Anyway, if you want one of these, message me. I can send these out to you with your next purchase. All right. Oh yeah, so cool. So they actually do have a new, whoa, they have one of these. It's been we missed a couple of these. I'm not sure why we weren't receiving them, but it is I love these posters. So we'll definitely get these hung up. So we have the Pokemon Surging Sparks. These things are kind of cool. You've seen them in our haul. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then a poster too that will get framed up and put in. So let's get this guy kind of safe out of the way here and get that up in our haul. That's pretty cool. And it looks like another poster here. I'm not going to get the poster out because I don't want to ruin it. And there's some other things in this box. That's cool. Glad Pokemon is doing this marketing gig. It's always nice to get those from Pokemon. And I'm expecting to sell a crap ton of Surging Sparks. I know that it's something I can't get from distributors as far as boxes are concerned, but I still can get sleeve boosters. I still can get ETBs. I believe the price of ETBs is around 30 bucks. Sleeve boosters are around $400 for sleeve boosters. So sleeve boosters, they come with these little hanger, these things. These are called sleeve boosters. Oftentimes this is actually cheaper per pack by going the sleeve booster route and they actually do seem to age quite well. They actually go for a premium because they're not tampered. Like there are a lot of crackers, box openers that prefer these because they can't be scanned and they can't be kind of tampered with. So I don't know how well box mapping is in Pokemon, if it's something that is done, but a lot of times people, that's why they don't like to buy loose packs, is if it's been, box mapped or whatever. So sleeve boosters takes away from that. If you actually go back and look at like Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, and that sort of era, the sleeve boosters are outpacing just the loose boosters. So kind of food for thought there. They are bulky, they're harder to ship, but I wonder if in the future, if sleeve boosters, like the cases of them, will outperform even booster boxes. Right now they're not. It's still booster boxes are the route to go, but that's an interesting discussion for someone that actually knows that market. But anyway, so Yep, so Pokemon purchases have still been strong. They're still blowing out this era of products. So like I said, all the people that are so bullish on Pokemon, you can still get a discounted rate for Scarlet and Violet and Paradox Rift. There is still a glutton of product available for both of them. And what are these? Okay, these are kind of cool, card preservers. So another thing that people have been buying a lot of is these are called card preservers. They're just a type of sleeve for the TCGs. So got some of those in. And what else is this? This is gonna be more Star Wars stuff, so I'm just gonna take a peek in here, see what it is. Yeah, a lot of more Star Wars stuff. So I'm gonna keep that kind of sealed until we're ready for it. And more Star Wars, more Star Wars. So I'm actually missing the shipment that I was looking forward to, which is frustrating. I have a distributor that's in Las Vegas, but they take forever to ship to me. I'm like, I should go pick it up. It's 4 hours away. And in this one we have, yeah, more of what has been selling. We have, it's a lot of stuff. There's like Phyrexian All We Want in here. We have some archives and some boulders. Like I said, the accessories, they're typically, you can see if in a market's doing well, if people are buying accessories. So my accessories for things like sleeves, we have binders, all that stuff is still really good. And so like I said, it's a very robust market for people actually playing the game, collecting the game. And you know, all is pretty good, I would say. It's doing better than I expected, and that's kind of the theme of this video. So again, be careful out there with kind of the clickbaity videos of people that want to misrepresent the situation. If you actually go look at the Q3 earnings for, at least for Magic the Gathering as a whole, it seems to be painting a different picture than the overall kind of doom and gloom with Hasbro in general. So again, there still are a lot of worrisome signs about what has happened in the past few years, but I actually was honestly preparing for some bad years ahead due to the just terrible decisions by kind of the like I said, that era of just like, oh, let's just see what sticks. Let's print whatever we can and see what sticks on the market. I don't know. Part of me wishes there would have been more consequences, because now it's going to stop them from doing it in the future. But it is what it is. We'll navigate the best we can. This has been Kevin with Gone Rogue Games. Thanks for watching.